Hey guys, it's Deb Joy Snake from Delight of My Art. We're trying again. Take two. So today we're making this really cute oceanfront card and we're blending the inks in the background here on each of the stamps. So I just wanted to show you how to make this. I love the little pebbles here. These are around until about the end of June, along with the dies here and the cute stamp set with the birds. The oceanfront one with the background will be sticking around until April of 2023. So that one's sticking around, but the other one is leaving. So this one's sticking around, oceanfront, with all the fun background. I love all these grasses and stuff. And here's the sky and water. You can make that grass or anything. But this one, I love this one. And you can check out my link in the description here to see the shadow box that I made with these and the DSP. So again, the DSP is also around until the end of June. And it's got all these fun kind of scenic pages. It's not really showing very well, but anyway, you can see it better in my other video. I'm not going to be using these today, but I will be using these fun pebbles. These are enamel pebbles, and they come in 3 different colors, and each color has 3 different shapes. So let's go ahead and get started here. So first of all, we are going to use a Bermuda Bay card base. Let me take my face off of here and see if this works this time. There we go, the desktop, hooray. I have to start this camera first so that it's the main one. And that's the one that has the sound. If the other one has the sound, since only one camera can have the sound, then I get some feedback. And it can't be the computer. So anyway, no worries. So we're going to get a piece of white that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and we're going to stamp on that. So let's go ahead and put our card base aside. That's just a simple card base there. And we're going to do our stamping here. So I'm going to get out Pacific Point, Sahara Sand, Bermuda Bay, Night of Navy, and Polished Pink. I know these are all off camera now, but we're also actually going to be using Soft Suede and Memento Black also. So stay tuned here. I'm going to take out this stamp from the oceanfront. That's this one right here. And I'm going to ink up half of it in the pink and half of it in the blue. And then we're going to get our little dauber here to blend the colors. These are little finger daubers, and you can get these in the catalog. I'm going to ink up the pink, and I have a tip for you. If you get too much ink, like it's blobbing on there, take your plastic spoon and push the ink back into your pad, and then just wipe it off with a tissue. So I have that one inked. And then we want Pacific Point. So I'm going to ink up the other side here, almost up until that line. This one's a little bit thick. You see this one's a little bit chunkier. You see how much ink is on there? It doesn't matter as much with this one because we're going to be using our sponge daubers. But if you get that much ink on there and you're not blending the 2 colors, go ahead and stamp it off and start over and spread the ink back in with this first. Okay, so let me get my grid paper here. Make sure I've got the right color. Okay, so I've got my sponge dauber. This is in the Pacific Point color. I'm just going to make sure that all of that extra ink is not pooling on the top there, because this is a distinctive stamp. And now when I get to this line where those 2 colors meet, I'm going to just go across there and gently blend those 2 colors. And not just there. I'm going to go a little bit further and just tap just a little bit lighter. So there we have a good blending of the ink. It's a little bit stronger up at the top here. I'm just going to blend that out. It's just a little too thick still. There, I think that looks really good. So I'm going to huff on this to activate the ink again, get it a little bit more moist so it will stamp. Excuse my weird noise. And we'll go ahead and put that right here. So pink at the bottom, that's where the sunset will be. Give it a good press. If you're not getting a good impression, go ahead and do this maybe on a piece of cardboard or, you know, underneath your stamp so that you get a good even pressure. Let's put that to the side and take out this stamp. That's this one right here. And the tilted part will be at the bottom. So we'll get out some more ink colors here. We're going to do Bermuda Bay. I'm just going to make sure all my ink is off from before. I'm going to stamp the whole thing in Bermuda Bay. And then I'm going to take out my Night of Navy and get out my other sponge dauber and just go along that straight line there, the horizon line. And then lightly, I only want a little bit of this navy in here. Just a little bit further, really lightly tap. And there's our color blend. I will go ahead and huff on that and line that up as well. It's pretty simple. And I want these to touch if they can. And I had a little gap on the other one, so that's okay. That looks good. Ooh, doesn't that look cool? All these fun colors. And then we're going to do Sahara sand for the sand. So this is an ocean scene. And I'll just ink that one up. The ripply part is at the bottom. And then the diagonal or straighter side will be actually at the diagonal there. I'm going to overlap with that with my water just a smidge. There we go. And while I have this open, actually, I will be doing this little cute sprig of, I don't know, seagrass or something. I'm just going to stick that here in the corner. So we can set this to the side for the moment. And I'm going to get out my soft suede cardstock and soft suede ink. We're going to stamp the little wood piece here. This is from the On the Horizon set. And I'm just going to do this a couple times down the page. So I have a couple different uses for this. So lining up as best I can. It's okay if they're not perfect, because we are just using this as our background for a die. All right, now I've got these, oops, where'd they go? Right here. You know, I put them in a safe place. These are the Fun Fence dies. So we'll go ahead and cut our cardstock here so we can run this through the mini cut and emboss machine. Here. So I'll just go ahead and put those right on here where they'll fit, wherever. And we'll run that through. Then my fence will have a cool pattern. And keep this because I'm going to be cutting a little bit more of that part. Take our fence here. And this one seems to be stuck. I'm just going to take the tip of my scissors and poke it in these little holes, and then we'll just pop right out. That's the plan anyway. Maybe on this side. Of course, on camera, things don't work the way you want them to, or the way you say they're going to. There we go. So just pop that out, and then we'll get rid of all these little pieces. Just scrape them off your board there, and put that to the side. All right, so we've got our little fence pieces. Aren't these so cute? So there's a couple ways you can do the fence pieces. Sometimes you'll see people do it like this. And so I would say then the fence is coming towards you and the opening is closer to you. And if you want the opening further away, like you're going down a path, you want the smaller side in the middle. So I want it to kind of be leading to the beach, and that's why I put it this way. Let's go ahead and add that in there. Just add a little bit of liquid glue here on some of these fence posts. And I'm just making sure that this left side is straight with the side of my card. And same with this side. And then I'm going to take some of these cute little pebbles and place those in there. I like to take the different colors and different shapes of each one. Kind of make a little pile of rocks right here. And then I'm going to take this one. And since I took the first one here, I'm going to take the second one here. And then the third one on this way. That way I know they're all different. So we got our little pebbles there. Oh, I want to do the birds flying off in the top here. So I'm going to get my memento out. Oops. Here's the birds. My dog got a hold of this one, so I had to fix it. He tore all of the foam off, and I had to find a way to salvage it because I love this stamp. All right, gently push, and there we got some birds. You could make this into a retirement card or a I miss you card or wish you were here, or you're invited to like a fun function. Isn't that pretty? So one more thing, we will be cutting out a couple of these little boards on here. Actually, I can salvage the end of this one. So I will just cut this out. We've got a whole board piece right there. This is one whole section, but I'm just going to use these three little boards right here. Cut along the edge of one edge. I'm going to do two because I'm not sure which side I want to use. I'll just cut along these right here. All right, so we've got another piece of wood here. And what I would like to do is take this cute little die from, oh, I don't have the name here, Stylish Shapes, I think it's called. I love this set. It's got a bunch of circles, squares, and little banners, and they are dual stitch. So they have stitching on the inside and the outside of whatever thing that you are punching out. So I'm going to take a scrap piece of white and I'm going to stamp. Where did my stamp go now? Stacked them all over here. Let's see. Seems to have a runoff. Well, that will turn up in just a second. So let me do something else in the meantime. Where did that go? Oh, right in front of me. It's right here. Okay, so I'm going to get out my Pacific Point ink pad again and stamp a good thanks. Right there. Boop. Nice and bright. And we'll go ahead and put this little banner piece on there. The thanks actually is part of a larger greeting. I like to actually cut my stamps apart. So I don't know if I left it out here. Oh, it's over here. It says thanks for everything. Thanks for everything. And I just cut it. Here's the for everything part. They sandwich back together perfectly, and so this way I can use a just thanks, and it's a little bit smaller, and I'm not stuck with how it's positioned. So since they stick, you can always stick them back together exactly where you cut them apart. So I love that I can do that as an option. Tell me in the comments if you are a stamp cutter or if you don't like doing that. Some people don't like to do that because they feel like that would ruin the stamp. I don't think it does. I think it gives you more versatility, but you can do what you want because they're your stamps, right? And I choose to cut mine because I want to manipulate them to do what I want. All right, so here is our cute little banner. Just get all these out of the way. Sorry about my squeaky squeak chair. All right, so here is our little board that we cut. And do I want it to go this way or this way? I kind of like the step up there. I think I will put this on the board. And we will be gluing this down to here. But I do want all of this on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and glue the thanks down. So I just had my fair at the local mall here last weekend, and I wasn't able to do a video last week, so I apologize about that. But I was so excited to meet somebody that recognized me from YouTube. So huge shout out to Sierra. I posted a picture of me and her on my Facebook page. So thank you so much. You made my day saying that you were so excited to meet me. Oh my goodness, I was just gushing. Later, you made me feel famous. That's really funny. So I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. All right. And just stick that right up against the edge of that one. And then we can glue this part down. Then we just have to decorate the inside and the envelope. Oh, I love these pebbles. Those are so fun. All right, there we go. It's all done on the outside. Let's go ahead and do the inside. Just an easy decoration for the inside here. We're going to take out our little sandy piece, or grassy piece rather, and I'm going to stamp that in Sahara sand on the inside here. Actually, I'm going to put this behind here, and we're going to stamp it off of this just a little bit, like this. So kind of coming in from the corner there. And then on the envelope, same thing. And on the back of the envelope, I would like to do the birds. Those birds are cool. Let's do those in black again. So just kind of flying across there. So let's go ahead and glue in our inside. We'll just leave it blank because we don't know what we're going to say thanks for, but we will when we are ready to send it. It will be all ready to go. Do you make cards as you need them, or do you make cards and have a stockpile of things to choose from when you really need a card? I would like to think that I make enough to be ready for any occasion, but I sometimes will be frantic needing to make a quick card. So sometimes I'll go back and watch my own tutorials. Hey, I had a good idea a year ago. I'm going to do that one real quick. So it's kind of funny. So here we go. Here is the card that we made and the one that I based it off of. I came up with that this morning. And thank you so much for watching. If you would like more tutorials, you can click on the link in the description here and get added to my email list. And I send you a free tutorial in the email every Tuesday. And you'll also get updated with sales and events that I'm doing, classes and everything too. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. It's beautiful here and I am going to enjoy the outside. Have a great day.